Oh, this one is, yes, it was a bit, we try to understand the best your question, so I hope we will bring you the best answer. How do you plan to attain the decentralization in token distribution? How do you plan to allocate crunch to different entities? Jean.
So yes, so let us know if we understood the question correctly. But what I understand here is that when will we have an automated, a decentralized token distribution system, right? So if that is the meaning of the question, the main problem that we will face to implement that, and that we are facing today, is that we are studying off-chain asset. Right now, the product that we are building is composed of more than 800 US equity, which is an off-chain asset. And so to score the submission of the cruncher, we would have to rely on oracles. Maybe this is currently the only option. And tracking 800 assets with oracles may be very, very complex. So we really want to think about that. We want to implement that, obviously. But right now, the focus is so much into the go-to-market for the research team. Today, we have these opportunities. I think we should focus mainly on the go-to-market, and maybe on the following quarter of the year, we will be able to work on this. We definitively need some help from the community on that, some ideas. What are the protocols that we could work with to make this automated distribution? There is solution we could. I mean, we are already thinking about using maybe IPFS with some private computing. Maybe that could be an option. But to be honest, it's a pretty complex system that we will have to implement. But challenging and super exciting, definitively on the roadmap.
Yeah.
I wanted to add something. The scoring is also based on the private proprietary data from MSCI Barra. So it's not possible for us also to share this data to share the computation of the scoring. That's also an issue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we will have to rely on confidential computing maybe to do that. That's probably the only solution. People are doing that, so it's just a matter of time and ordering the resources. What is the most important right now for the DAO? In my opinion, the go-to-market is definitively a need, so we can manage to have this cash flow before burning all the reserve tokens that we have allocated. It's looking good for the moment. We are really well in time, and that's also thanks to you guys. So good job. Now we just need to implement the last steps of this, and then we could make the system more sophisticated and more robust.
Yeah, I guess that's a plan totally to attain this decentralization that we all seek. But as said, there is an order of priority, if I mean, and today the priority is also at setting up legally the DAO so that you also have rights, and this is also a way for us to attain this decentralization. It's to make sure that everyone is equal, everyone has a right to say, and that there are no shareholders, and so that's something that is very important. And yes, technically we are waiting for some solutions. So please, let's contribute to this. If you have any idea, please reach out to us. But in the meantime, we are still working. It's not because we are not able to find this elegant solution for this decentralization that we are not working on it. We are working on it, but on the other side, which is more legally speaking.
Yeah. So when you set up it legally as a foundation or an association, then there is no more shareholders, so there is no more dividends given to some investors, and all the value is redistributed to the community and to the people that really take part into the project. That's very important for us. The moment it will be enforced by a centralized entity, which is a country, which is pretty strong. I mean, it's legally binding, so you cannot do whatever you do in an association or in a foundation. you have to be transparent. You have to give complete transparency on what you are doing. You are being controlled, so it's pretty binding, and it's already pretty strong in terms of reinsurance, in terms of security for the group.
Great, and please don't hesitate to ask your question if you have. We are waiting for it. You can do this. We can do it. We are live now, so please. Yeah, so we received this comment on the penalties and no submission that are a bit harsh. We are sorry for that, as said. But yeah, maybe we can. It's a discussion that we need to have. But maybe yes, we can have this average on 3 weeks after we implement the master data sets. But for now, it will continue. It's very important to have consistency for the meta model. If we are not consistent, then the performance will be lower, and then it's just because you are missing around. You are like the quality of the performance will be lower, and then it will be everyone that will be penalized. So it's a choice that we need to make together.
But yes. If we try to translate this into the real world right now, we are you missing some days at work? Like, can you do not come, or can you do not deliver? It could happen, so that's true. We maybe need some joker, maybe, or some option that could maybe help us to do not suffer from a miss. But still, we need you, and we need everyone to be consistent and super serious with submitting every week.